guys, and welcome back. In today's Pick a Card Tarot reading, we are asking what is coming next in the nearish future in your career, business, money life, financial situation, school even, whatever it is. We're just going to see what kind of energies are surrounding your career, see what might be coming, and of course, get any advice that might be helpful to you. So that's the topic for today's reading. Let's get started. Today we have 3 groups to choose from. This is group 1, 2, and 3. For all 3 groups today, we have a rough piece of tourmaline, but I will go ahead and show each one of you, each one a little bit closer. So this is group 1. This is group 2. And this is group 3. So as always, take as much time as you need to decide which group or groups you feel most drawn to. And when you're ready, please go ahead and click the corresponding timestamps in the description box below this video, and I will see you in just a second in your reading. Hi group 1, and welcome to your reading. You guys chose this rough piece of tourmaline today. So today's reading, we are getting like the current energies around your career, business, financial situation, school, whatever your situation is. We're going to try to look into the near future and get some advice as well, just whatever it is Spirit thinks you need to hear about this area of your life. So I'll be honest, group 1, this is the 3rd time I've started this reading. There keeps being a ton of distractions and noise, and I don't know why. Maybe that's relevant to kind of what's going on in your current work setting or business. There's a lot of noise, a lot of distractions. It might be really frustrating for you, or even setbacks. I feel like maybe you feel like you're moving 2 steps forward, 1 step back, or even many steps back. So maybe there's just some sort of energy of distraction or even blockage is kind of what I'm picking up on for you. But let's do this again. So for your runes, we have Wunyo, we have Awaz, and we have Dagas. So with these runes, this is a very positive vibe. This is an energy of teamwork. It's an energy of prosperity. It's an energy of clarity, clear communication, synergy even. So different teams working together really well, prosperous partnership, this type of thing. But with this distracted, frustrating energy, I feel like most of you are in. This might be the energy of what's coming in the near future, is the distractions are going to go away. We're going to have clarity. The frustrations are going to be eased because there's going to be better communication. There's going to be better teamwork. There's going to be better partnership. And prosperity. So I feel like prosperity, like things are going to go well, and it might manifest in a bit more money for some of you, but it depends on your situation. But we're going to look at the rest of these cards and find out. So from the Herbal Astrology Oracle, we have number 32, which says calm free, and completion. So definitely giving the world in tarot those kind of vibes. From the Norse Mythology Oracle, we have Mok, which on these cards says bravery and lifting the nightmare. We have Forshedi, which says fairness and judgment. From the Animal Spirit Oracle, we have the hyena. Yeah. So when I tried to start this reading before, the hyena was giving me like the problems are just so frustrating and ongoing. Like these distractions or these problems or these blockages, that you're like laughing at it at this point. It's like, there's nothing I can do but like laugh at the situation because maybe the frustrations and blockages are out of your control. And I was getting something like if you're in a work setting, something like your boss or anyone higher above you, like you feel like they might be making dumb decisions or just ridiculous decisions that you can't comprehend, and it's just causing problems for everybody. As an example, of course, like if you run your own business, this could just be just a series of like events that are making it hard for you to move forward or just maintain your same standard of operation. Just things out of your control that are frustrating, but you can do nothing but laugh them off, kind of. So from my Dominion cards, we have workshop, we have estate in reverse, and we have seller in reverse. Okay, so there's a lot going on here, group one. Firstly, with this completion card here, something is going to be coming to a close. And I feel like for some of you, you might be deciding that something's going to come to a close. I feel like this might be your decision. I don't know if you're planning on walking away from a job, or if you're running your own business, if you're thinking of letting somebody go who's been frustrating, or maybe ending off a partnership, not working with a vendor anymore, not working with the same manufacturer. For most of you, I feel like this completion, this ending, it is coming from your own decision. I don't feel like someone else is going to make a negative decision. I don't feel like this is not like firing energy. Like, I don't feel like you, group one, are going to be fired or anything like that. I feel like you're just going to make a tough decision to get out of a frustrating, distracting situation. This doesn't necessarily have to be like leaving a job altogether. This could be even just transferring departments or asking for something different. But I do feel like you're going to make a pretty, or perhaps you're considering it, making a pretty clear decision on, okay, this is not working for me. I need to find something better, or we have to work this out. For some of you, the decision could actually be about trying to work something out with another person, right? Because if there's like a really frustrating person in your situation, your boss, another department not communicating well, I feel like you're going to have to make this feels like an ultimatum, right? Not just you reaching out, trying to resolve an issue. It's like you're making a decision. This needs to be resolved, or I'm going to make a drastic change. So if that's definitely resonating with what you're kind of currently thinking about a lot, then this reading's definitely for you. Because I am with estate in reverse and seller in reverse here. This just seems like old stuff being shifted. I feel like there is some sort of paradigm shift happening here in your career. I feel like right now it's just something you're contemplating, right? Some of you might be really on the verge of making this decision, and others of you, it's just maybe kicking around in the back of your mind. But if that's you, then that's what this reading wants to talk about, is making this big decision, making this shift. And I feel like the ultimate message here is like, if you do decide to make that decision, obviously you need to be really strategic about it. I mean, if you look at this card, right, we have it's a chessboard as a floor almost. So be strategic with your moves. Don't do anything stupid, but I am getting a really stupid, sorry. Don't do anything that you will regret later. Make your moves smartly and slowly. But I feel like the thing is, if you do decide to make a move, you do decide to make a big change, it's going to turn out positively. That's why we have such a bright, positive energy here. I feel like if you are going to make a change, you need to have something else lined up. You need to have a strong relationship with what you're moving into. So, I mean, if you're thinking about just changing jobs, you need to make sure you have the offer letter in hand, right? Not like just quit and then hope you find something else. You are being encouraged to be strategic here, but it feels like when you make that move, you're listening to your intuition, you're using your logical mind to make the best decision for you here. It's going to work out, right? We have prosperity energy, friendship energy. I was getting something about friendship earlier when I started this reading one of the other times. So I do feel like rely upon your friendship circle, or keep your friends at your current place. Rely upon the people who are friendly to you. Because you are going to be coming out victorious, even if things seem really foggy and frustrating right now. If you do make the right moves, and for some of you, it is a pretty drastic change. It's like it's going to work out. It's going to work out very positively. But let's pull some tarot and get more clarity. Some of you, this might need to be a slower change that you make, maybe under the surface here. Like, say, maybe you just want to change not just your job, but like your career altogether. This might be something where you need to create a step-by-step plan. Like, okay, I don't like this career or this business or whatever it is you're doing right now. I want this one. Well, then you need to figure out, how do I get here? Do I need schooling? Do I need certifications? Do I need what are the steps I need to take, and what steps can I take before, I make the change, make the big final decision. But okay, Spirit, can you tell us more about the energies surrounding group 1 and their career right now? Okay, we have the Page of Swords. Yeah, Page of Swords. So that's what I was just saying. It's like a planning stage. Planning stage, decision stage. This is not the time for rash, crazy decisions. Okay, we have the Six of Wands in reverse. Yeah, you whatever changes you're planning on making, you're being encouraged to keep it a little bit low-key. Don't be talking about it a lot. Unless it's to people you trust. And be willing to release as well, because the hardest part about making a big change is like this fear of the unknown, right? You have to make sure you're mentally prepared to step into the unknown. And part of, like, even if you have all the logical planning steps that I was just talking about in order, Spirit's also wanting to come in and say, make sure your mind is in order about this as well. Like, it's gonna be scary to make a big change and uncertain. Just make sure you're mentally prepared as well. Mentally prepared for a change, and you're analyzing all the possible outcomes, because Spirit's wanting to say, when you do make the decision, you're going to be making the right one, but you have to do it strategically. You have to do this slowly. You have to have a plan in place. And I feel like you have to have support. You have to have support, whether this is just the support of your friends and family, or the support of whoever it is you're going to be partnering with in this decision. You know what your situation is, but it's like, don't do this completely alone, right? Like, don't tell everybody, but tell the people who you have that you know you can trust, because you need their support, like just for mental well-being, for the emotional health during the transition. Okay, we have the King of Coins again. Whatever change you're planning on making, it's going to lead to prosperity, success, but also like fulfillment. I'm like feeling you're going to be fulfilled in this change, and that's like the main reason you need to make it. It's not just to get out of a chaotic or frustrating situation. Like, this change, one of the factors you have to keep in mind while you're considering this change is fulfillment, right? Not just more money, not just less chaos. Make sure you're choosing something that's going to be fulfilling to you in the long run. Okay, we have Justice. So that's two, like, justice, judgment, fairness, and judgment. Spirit, can you clarify the justice and the judgment, all of this energy coming out here? What is this? We have the Ace of Pentacles. I almost feel like this decision you're wanting to make, it even involves like at least one other person, which is interesting. Like, for instance, if you're currently at a job, maybe you and one of your coworkers or multiple of your coworkers are all frustrated about like some sort of changes or just some crap that's going on, and maybe you're all thinking of like maybe leaving the company altogether. Maybe it could be something like that, and part of this could be maybe you do need to do that. Maybe you need to move together, or maybe start something together with those coworkers, for instance. Or, for instance, if you own your own business, there might be another business that you could like strategically partner with that will help you get through some of these roadblocks. But ultimately, it's coming back to this decision energy. It's like you have to make a decision because you're too frustrated and you know it can't continue. But even if you feel like it, there's no extreme pressure for you to make this change right now, immediately. If you're feeling that, it's just coming from your head. It's just coming from your own anxieties. Spirit's wanting to come in and say, there is time. There is time to strategically think about this. There is time to make a solid plan. You don't have to rush into anything. You don't have to rush into any changes. I hope this is making sense, group 1. Okay, we have the 5 of Wands in reverse. Yeah, there's like no reason to start unnecessary fires or cause problems. There's a way to do this in like a balanced, temperate way. This is temperance, by the way. 5 of Wands reversed and temperance. Yeah, there's a way to make this change really gracefully. So allow it to be graceful is kind of the advice. But I'm going to pull some advice cards to see if Spirit has anything else they would like to say about Group 1's situation. Spirit, can you tell us more about what Group 1 needs to hear? Okay, we have modesty. Yeah, even if you're really frustrated, don't set things on fire. Don't be burning bridges. Just make the change low-key as you need to. Make the decision. Be firm if you have to tell somebody about a decision, but once you've made your decision, don't go back on it. But don't be loud about it. It doesn't need to be announced. Your frustrations don't need to be announced. I feel like you're being encouraged to just play it cool, keep quiet, keep temperate, and move slowly in these changes. But definitely you are encouraged to make the changes, just slowly. Okay, we have green. We have family. And then we have communicate and discontinue. This is a very specific message. Only take it if it resonates. But if you have some family members that are being really discouraging and not supporting you in any of this change, you're not being encouraged to totally block off communication from them, but like don't let their discouragement affect your logical judgment and your logical assessment of the situation, right? Because you know what's best for you, and ultimately it's like you need to make a change to get out of a place that's chaotic, distracting, frustrating, whatever it is, and move into something that's more clear for one, but also more fulfilling for you, right? We have green here. This is heart chakra energy. And it's like, make sure, like this whole reading is about making sure you make the logical, smart decision. Don't make decisions reactively from your emotions, but it's like you still have to make decisions with your heart in mind. Like what's going to make you happy? What's going to make you fulfilled? And I feel like that is the ultimate question that should be driving this decision that it looks like you're making here, Group 1. But anyway, Group 1, this was a very interesting reading. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me. I hope it resonated. If it did, please give this video a thumbs up. If not, give it a thumbs down. I always like to know. Feel free to share what's going on in the comments down below if you feel comfortable doing so. If you're new here and you liked this reading and you like pick a card tarot readings in general, please consider subscribing because I make a lot of pick a card readings on this channel on a variety of topics, which you can find categorized under the playlist tab on my channel page. So go check those out if you're interested. And just remember that no matter what your question is, no matter what it's about, and no matter what any tarot reading says, the ultimate answer to any question in the universe is love. But anyway, thank you so much for being here, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye! Hi, Group 2, and welcome to your reading. You guys chose this particular piece of Black Tourmaline today. So today's reading, the topic is about your career, money, financial, business situation. We're going to be looking at what's next in that realm of your life and the current energies, any advice Spirit might have, leaving it pretty open. So let's go ahead and get started. Firstly, your rune, we have Feiyu. That is like the best rune we could get in a career or business reading. This rune is very much linked to money, specifically financial abundance. So that's a great energy to have. Feel like we are looking into what's next. So I feel like there is going to be some sort of money moves you're making. It might lead to an increase, some sort of increase in your finances. But let's see what the cards have to say. From the Herbal Astrology Oracle, we have number 35, which says horsetail and patience. We have Sort, the fiery wrath, and that is in reverse. From the Animal Spirit, we have the lizard. And from my Dominion cards, we have Tormentor in reverse. That's really interesting because, like, the fiery wrath in reverse and the tormentor in reverse. So this is something that's really negative in reverse. So I feel like it's kind of being pulled out. It's being pulled out of your life. It's vibrating out. It's being moved out. It's being shifted out. So I don't know if this is a person in your career and business life, like maybe a really bad boss. If you own your own business, maybe a really bad customer, really bad partnership, just something that's been like awful on your back, maybe even like a lawsuit or something like that for some of you. Something that's weighing you down, something that's really been holding you down, causing a lot of frustration, making you feel attacked even. I feel like this is leaving with both of these cards in reverse here. That's wonderful. And I feel like it's a direct result of you keeping your cool. Almost keeping a blank face for some of you. I don't know what that means or why that's coming through, but like keeping your cool, not letting whatever this is that's making you feel kind of attacked get to you. I feel like you have just maintained integrity. You've been standing up tall despite this happening. And you've just kind of done the right thing throughout this process or around this person, whatever this negative thing is that's coming through here that's being phased out. I feel like you've carried yourself well. That's the phrase I'm looking for. You've carried yourself well. And yeah, I feel like that has just aligned you in a certain way so that this negative person or situation is being cleared out. And when that happens, I feel like this financial abundance is going to be coming in. I feel like it's clearing out the energy for more abundance to come in. And there's more space for abundance because you're going to be more level-headed, right? Without this negative situation or person here, it frees up your mind to just see things more clearly, make smarter moves, do your work better. Some of you might even get promoted in the space of a negative person. That's only take that if it resonates for your situation though. Okay, so we also have Magic Lamp. Okay, that's wonderful. That's like wishes coming true, goals being achieved, and we have Cemetery. So Cemetery, this is like death energy, which is change energy, but I feel like what's being phased out, like I said, this negative person or situation that's making you feel basically attacked, that's being phased out. And what's coming in is just some kind of wish fulfillment with the Magic Lamp here. Because magic lamps, they're like linked to genies and they grant 3 wishes. It might even be 3 wishes for some of you, right? Some of you might be like, say you're working in your career. You want, the 3 wishes could be you want a promotion, you want a raise, you want more vacation time. Maybe you're going to get all 3 of those wishes. I feel like just a lot of different things are going to line up for you. But particularly this wish fulfillment, especially with this rune here, might be more money, a better situation. For some of you, this might be, the bad situation might be a job that you're working, the whole job is just bad. And that might be phased out, and someone might recruit you, and you might find a better job that pays more, that's more calm, that's more where you feel more respected and thanked and appreciated for the work you do. But I do feel like there is going to be some sort of wish fulfillment in terms of money. So some sort of increased financial gain, a raise, just a better paying job, whatever it is. For some of you, like if you're totally unemployed and you're just looking for a job, the job market right now is terrible. I know firsthand because I've been applying for jobs myself, and that could be this frustrating situation that's making you feel like really negative about yourself. But I feel like it might just be patient energy, just continuing, moving forward, just being consistent. I feel like that's what's going to kind of bring this in. So I do feel like if you are unemployed and have been looking for a job, I feel like that's coming. You're getting that. You're going to have the income you want. Like, I just feel like it's going to work out really well. But let's go ahead and pull some more tarot and see what we can find out. So Spirit, for group 2, can you tell us what's next in their career, career, business, and financial life? Ace of Pentacles. Yes, so new financial beginning. Definitely could be a new job, like I was just saying, for some of you. Some of you might be wanting to start your own business. And I feel like if that's the case, you might be running into a lot of synchronistic things, good people to partnership with, or you might just be randomly running into clients, like if you were starting your own business, you might just be out and about at the park or something, and then you run into somebody, you strike up a conversation, and then they turn out to be someone who could be a customer or client or something like that, and you can generate new business that way. I feel like the universe is going to be giving you kind of increased opportunities. And I feel like maybe it's because some old ones had to die, had to leave with that cemetery card there. So we have Temperance. I feel like group 2, you're really talented, like in a lot of ways. Like you have multiple skills, multiple abilities that you can make money with these multiple skills. Some of them are creative, some of them are maybe more mental, some of them are a talent. I don't know. You know all of your specific skills, but it's like Spirit's wanting to come in and remind you that you have a lot to offer, and you can make money off of all these different things that you have to offer because you're very unique. And there might be a way to uniquely position yourself and show those talents and make money off of all of them. So for some of you, this could be even a message that there is maybe a skill or talent you have that you're not really using, like especially if you need money, that might be able to help you bring in some more money, something that you hadn't considered might be profitable for you. Because I feel like part of what needs to be phased out here is some level of underestimating yourself. Especially like if you run into your career and business life, if there's like a repeated pattern of people not appreciating what you do, or people underestimating you, or not giving you what you deserve in return. This might be like an external reflection of a core belief you have that your own skills and abilities aren't as valuable as they actually are. You might be underestimating yourself. So the people around you are reflecting that back to you to some degree. So it's like part of, like, especially if you feel really stuck right now, or you're not making the level of money you want. One thing you're being encouraged to do here is to address these core beliefs. Like, okay, why is the amount of money I make not reflecting the actual value I'm putting out there? Part of that could be because you internally don't quite believe that you're valuable, even though you are. Like, you need to see yourself more objectively, more realistically. Stop underplaying yourself. Stop underestimating yourself. Ask for what you're worth. See what you're worth so you know what to ask for as well. Some of you really might have a lot of value that you're just refusing to look at, that you're refusing to see, or you're refusing to acknowledge that it's special or valuable because you think everybody has that, and it's not true. Like, what's unique and special about you, it needs to be shown, right? And the more you show that, I feel like the more people are going to recognize it and appreciate it, and money will follow that, especially if you are willing to ask for the money that your skills and abilities deserve. What else, Spirit? What else? We have the Lovers in reverse. Spirit, Ten of Swords. Some of you might have been fired from a job recently, and maybe that's why you're drawn to this type of reading. We have the Cemetery here. It's like it will be resolved, right? Like I was saying earlier, the job market's really tough right now. It's really hard to find a job in this economy, at least in my country, in the United States. Things are tough right now. Like there's forum posts and news articles about it, you know? So you're not alone in that right now if you're watching this at the time that I've uploaded this reading. But it's like, if you have lost your job, you got fired or laid off or something, there's hope. There's hope. And we have the Ace of Pentacles right here. First tarot card that came up. We have the Abundance Rune. It's coming in. It's coming in. We have this wish fulfillment card here. It's coming in. Just keep the faith, keep the hope. It might just be that you're getting a lot of rejections, or you're not finding what you need, or the money's not coming in. Like say maybe you're in sales and you're like not getting new customers, or the number of sales you're closing is in decline. It's like, it's coming. It's coming in. It's going to be okay. There's just this reassurance message that not everything's going to fall apart and things will work out. It might be because that like the opportunities that are falling through right now, they're just not right for you long term, right? And it's just like the timing has to line up for what's actually right for you, and just trust that that's the reason for this process. Trust that that's the reason this is happening. Like I just noticed, I don't think this is a unicorn, but it's like a white horse with like magic around it, so it's giving me unicorn vibes. That's magical. That's special. That's your uniqueness. So some of you might be like putting yourself out there in a way that's not actually demonstrating this uniqueness, these special skills and talents that you have, like you're hiding them in some way. But that's where the magic is. That's where the money is. That's where the appreciation is. That's where all of it, everything you're looking for is coming from your unique talents, your unique blend of skills and abilities. And you have to actually acknowledge this and then be willing to show it to the world. Because when the world sees it, that's when the people who need that, they will see what they need. They'll be able to see you, recognize that they need you, recognize your value, and compensate you accordingly, right? So for instance, maybe you're unemployed, you're looking for a bunch of jobs, right? You're putting your resume and application out there. But does your resume really highlight just exactly how special, unique, all of your abilities, all of your accomplishments? Or is it kind of just generic and blending into the crowd, right? There might be things that you should put on there that will actually stand out to the right employer, the right job, that some things that might even just be your hobby. And you think, well, it's just my hobby. Why would I put it on my resume? It might actually be applicable to the specific industry in a job that's perfect for you, you know? I feel like there is just this advice to just really play up your uniqueness. I don't know why that is, but it's just like your value, your money is going to come from that. I mean, your value always comes from that. I mean, your value is going to be shown and the money will come and be attracted to that, if that makes sense. So we have the Popus and the Nine of Coins. I feel like you don't even have to loudly sell yourself. Just present yourself authentically. That's what you have to do. Just present yourself authentically. Be exactly who you are. Don't hide aspects of yourself just because you convince yourself that other people won't like it or won't find it valuable. Because actually, what they will find valuable is in that uniqueness. But I'm going to pull just a few advice cards to close this out to see if Spirit has anything else they might like to say. Spirit, can you tell us a little more about what is next in career and business for group 2? Step outside your comfort zone. Yes, but especially about what I was just talking about. Shine. Show yourself. Be authentic. Just be willing to do that. Even if it's uncomfortable. Even if you think people are going to think you're weird. Even if you think it's going to decrease your chances of succeeding in some way. It's like it might decrease your chances for the wrong people, but Spirit's saying it's actually going to be what attracts the right people or the right opportunity for you. And one more card, please. We have stand up. Yes, just be proud. Be proud of yourself. Be proud of your uniqueness. Be willing to talk about it. And I feel like that is really what's going to get you out of whatever situation you're in. And even if you're not in a bad situation, it's what's going to bring this increase in financial abundance that's waiting for you. But anyway, that's what I have for you, group 2. I hope this resonated. If it did, please give this video a thumbs up. If not, give it a thumbs down and comment down below if you feel like doing so. If you're new here and you liked this reading and you like pick a card tarot readings in general, please consider subscribing, because I make a lot of pick a card tarot readings on a variety of topics, which you can find categorized under the playlist tab on my channel page. But just remember that no matter what your question is, no matter what any tarot reading says, the ultimate answer to anything in this universe is love. But anyway, thank you guys so much for being here. I always appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye. Hi group 3, and welcome to your reading. You guys chose this particular piece of rough tourmaline today. So the topic of today's reading is what's next in career and business. We're going to be looking into what's coming into the near future, but also the current energies, any advice. I'm leaving this reading pretty open, just whatever Spirit wants to say about your situation. So let's go ahead and get started. So first of all, your rune, we have Ansus. Okay. Communication might be key here. You might even be receiving a lot of communication, and particularly written communication. Receiving a lot of emails, text messages, or even like one specific important letter in the mail, a document in the mail, more specifically, that you might have been waiting on. Something that's going to allow you to move forward, or maybe even this next phase of whatever it is you're doing. It might involve a lot of paperwork. For instance, like say you're starting a business, right? Like here in the US, there's a lot of documents you gotta fill out, right? You gotta to form like an LLC or something like that. So this might be just documents that need to be signed, important because I'm getting like an institutional energy almost. This might be important decisions and documents that you're waiting on from a larger institution. But let's go ahead and look at these cards here. So from the herbal astrology, we have number 43, which says passion flower, which says surrender. From the Norse mythology oracle, we have Skirnir, which says messenger and diplomat. So yes, messages. Written communication, lots of written communication and documents are kind of in this energy. So I don't know if that's something you're going through right now. Maybe that's a near future kind of energy. From the animal spirit oracle, we have the fish. That's interesting. That's really fish. This is Piscean energy, Pisces. And we have Neptune over here. So a lot of that kind of Neptunian energy. So you could be Pisces in sun, moon, or rising. This could also be, though, that your next career move might involve a significant transit through Pisces, or a significant Neptune transit. So if any of you guys follow your chart, I would look up to see what's going on in the house that is ruled by Pisces for you, or just see how Neptune is being aspected within your chart. If you're into that, that might give you some insight into what's going on with your career right now. But yeah, only if you're into astrology, of course. And then from Dominion, we have moneylender. So loans. This could be, maybe some of you are getting approved for a loan. Like if you're starting a business, maybe you're maybe your loan's going to be approved by the bank. Congratulations if that's you. But I mean, this could also just be any other institutional decision maker. For instance, if you're applying for a lot of jobs, this could be someone offering you a job, documents to sign, contracts to sign, that kind of stuff. We have lurker in reverse. The search is over, I just heard. And we have goat. Interesting. Because with this, I'm hearing like the goat, you know, like greatest of all time. I don't know why that's relevant here. Maybe it's just an or a marker of success, or maybe that's an attitude you need to adopt, that you're actually the best at what you do. It might help for you to assume that attitude. Especially with lurker in reverse here, this might be a sign that you need to step out of the shadows into the light. And this is a very similar message to group 2 in some ways, where stop sleeping on yourself, stop hiding your talents, and put them out there. Just put them out there, because that's the only way you're going to attract opportunities, is if people can see the opportunities to be attracted to. That's the only way they're going to see you, find you. So you do have to, there is this message, you have to put yourself out there. And when you do, I feel like it's going to build some momentum and help you gain some success. So back to this kind of Piscean Neptunian energy that we have going on here. I feel like maybe currently group 3, you are maybe a little wishy-washy or unfocused, unclear on the direction you need to take. And I feel like there is this encouragement for you to kind of, well, so to speak, get your shit together. Get more clear, get more focused, hone it in. If you have an idea or things you want to do, you need to, now's the time to take them from this daydreamy phase of, oh, maybe I'll get this happening, or maybe it'll happen down the line. Like, you're being encouraged to actually, you know, dial it in. Stop daydreaming, make a plan, start taking action here. Because it's only going to happen when you do start taking action, when you do start taking actionable steps. So if you do have a goal in mind, it's time to, this isn't the time for going with the flow. There is a call for more focus here, more actual action and more focus. But we're going to pull some tarot to see what other advice we can get for you. 1 second. So it's like, yes, take in, get more structured, get more focused, but not to the point where it causes anxiety and causes you to block out your intuition here, right? We still have to go with the flow of the universe. And maybe some of you have been doing that because you're trying to just live freely, go with the universal flow, only act upon your intuition, which is great. It's important to do that, but it's like, there's almost this message to hear that you already had the divine inspiration. Your intuition's already been telling you to do something, but it's like you're not quite ready to stop tiptoeing. Like, there's a message here that, like, if you actually want this to happen, though, you have the inspiration, you know what to do, and you're gonna have to just take some actual steps now. And it might be some of your own fears and anxiety making you not want to. Maybe it's just a big change, or maybe some of you might even be afraid of success or just what might happen. But it's like you know what you need to do. You just have to actually make the decision and make it happen. But anyway, Spirit, can you give us more clarity on what's next in career for group 3? Okay, we have the 10 of Swords. What is next in career for group 3, please? Ace of Pentacles, that's come up in every group. But it kind of makes sense in a career reading, actually. Career and business. We have the Hermit in reverse. So, yeah, now's not the time for contemplation. It's like Spirit's wanting to give you a little nudge. It's like it's time for... You've already done the spiritual consulting on this, you know, you've got the guidance, you have the idea, you have the inspiration, and it's time to come out of that phase and move into the action phase. Let's move into actually making this happen. Okay, we have the Eight of Swords in reverse. Yeah. The only thing holding you back from achieving that goal is your own mind. And again, going back to the beginning though, for some of you, you are waiting on like an institution or documents or something else to line up for you, like getting a loan approved, getting an employer to finally send you an offer or something like that. If there are those external forces that you know about, obviously you can only surrender. You can only surrender at that point. But Spirit's wanting to say, that's going to fix itself. That's going to line itself up. So just don't focus on that. Don't worry about that. Don't give into anxiety about that. But there is stuff you can do today. There's stuff you can do right now that's actually going to help you get closer to that end goal. And you know what that is, and do it, right? This is not the time for meditative contemplation. This is the time for action. You have what you need right now. Okay, we have the Five of Swords. Yeah, I feel like there's almost a little bit of a tough love message here. It's just like, stop procrastinating, stop waiting, stop giving into your anxiety about it. You're good enough. You're good enough. That's what it is. You're good enough, and you're afraid to like step out almost because like there's this fear that if you actually take the action, you won't succeed, and then you'll feel bad about yourself. But it's like, no, Spirit's saying you are good enough and you will succeed. Like, but you have to actually get up and do it now. You can't give into these fears. This fear of failure, or this fear of success. And it might be for some of you, the fears might be because you have to leave something behind that's really important to you. Maybe you have to travel to a different location where your family isn't, or maybe you have to leave a current job or something like that. But if you already know in your heart that it's right for you, then it's right for you. Like, sometimes we have to give up stuff that's hard so we can allow space for better things to come in. And it's like, if you have to, for instance, the example of like leaving your family or your hometown to go travel somewhere else. It's like, that's hard, but you're going to make new friends, and the people you want to connect to that you're leaving behind physically, they're still going to be in your life. I mean, I'm recording this in 2024. I mean, we can video chat with anybody around the world at any time, you know. They're not leaving your life. What's happening is there's going to just be new people, new things, new opportunities coming in. But I'm going to pull some advice cards just to close this out to see if Spirit has anything else to add. Spirit, what is next in career for group 3? Career and business. Okay, so we have 666. This is a releasing energy, but I'm feeling strong just anxiety and self-doubt in this group, and I feel like that's the main thing you need to release. Anxiety, self-doubt. So focus on kind of overcoming that. Like, your self-doubt, it's not really very valid. We have listen. We have smile. I feel like this wants to come out too. We have glow up, and you already know. Yes, so you already did the listening. That's kind of what was coming up. You already know. You already have the divine inspiration, the divine spark. And yet you're still talking yourself out of it. You're still talking yourself out of it in some way. But it's like, that's why we have you already know. You already know what to do. You already know the answer. And maybe a lot of this doubt and anxiety is coming from, again, external forces, things you can't control, waiting on other people to make decisions. But it's like, that's why Smile's here. Spirit wants to remind you that that stuff's going to work out. The universe is always conspiring in your favor. Like, nothing, it's always going to work out. Just have the confidence, take the steps that you know you can, and you know that you need to right now, and things are going to work out perfectly, and you will end up with a giant smile on your face. But anyway, group 3, that's what I have for you. I hope this resonated. If it did, please give this video a thumbs up. If not, go ahead and give it a thumbs down. Feel free to let me know what you thought in the comments below, or even if you just want to let me know which group you were in, that's always appreciated. If you're new here and you liked this reading and you like pick a card tarot readings in general, I make a lot of pick a card tarot readings on a variety of topics, so they're all categorized on the playlist tab on my channel page, so go check those out if you're interested, of course. But anyway, just remember that no matter what your question is, and no matter what answer any tarot reading gives you, the answer to anything in this universe is love, the ultimate answer. But anyway, thank you guys so much for being here. I always appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye!